Back everyone to some more PSGL F4 action here in Melbourne, live on the PSGL channel. Had a slight change in the commentary lineup. It is now me, Little Block, and still Lewis Milan. Big C's had to go due to his stream not being able to function properly when he has got it. So I have taken over. Lewis, can you just fill me in on what's happened
since the stream died? We've had a virtual safety car. We've had White Shadows and Moors and King who have retired. Both leaders have pitted and opted to go to the medium tyres, so we've got 3 runners out in front on the mediums from that one. The order's changed up quite a bit, and yeah, apart from that, the grids just split up a lot. So
yeah, was Navy leader by any chance?
yes.
Alright, so he got undercut by Steph then. That's just a that's just a negative of staying out so long on the soft. Your tyres will wear out quite quick, but then these fresh mediums are going to be much faster than the hard tyres. Just the question is, can Navy get past the Mercedes driver? Is TNR? Oh no, never mind, he's TTG. TNR for the moment.
Yeah, so a bit of traffic in front of him to try and get past. So they don't have to give way to him, but it is obviously the smarter option considering they are on worn tyres for the top 3. But Steph will fight it, I'm sure, for all his worth, knowing that he's in that P1. Oh!
Navy almost lost the rear coming out of turn 11 and 12 to deadly turn 11 and 12, I think. It's been deadly since F1 2019. What game is this? 2019. So 2018, that corner started being really deadly, and it almost caught out the man who was in an effective P2 DTG Navy. But the problem is, Lewis, he's being caught from drivers behind, such as Suarez and Flying Throne.
What you've got to think about as well is they're both mates right behind each other, so Langfeld might work with Steph to hold up Navy. Is he going through? He's going defensive. But is he going to hold up Navy now? I'd assume he would, playing the game again with yellow flags in sector 3. Nano Bacon.
11 and 12.
Never done into it.
VSC, the virtual safety car's deployed now. Who's playing ahead? It is Langfeld, just kept ahead of Navy. That is a very lucky one there. Langfeld just about kept hold of that position and really now can work his teammate wonders because they've got a car in between the effective top 2 at the moment with Suarez. Really starting to gain.
Let's see how this all pans out. Could get tasty.
No drive-through penalties there. Suarez is gained massively from that safety car virtual safety car restart, and he almost loses the rear. Almost done what Kibitz had done and smashed into the barriers at that corner, but he is all good for now. I just want to see the grip level difference between Navy and Langfeld almost loses it through there as well.
Back on track then. Steph has pulled nearly a second gap already, so taking this to our advantage in this final sector where overtaking isn't really an option.
But the problem is though, it's really hard to overtake around Melbourne. Navy should get the run out of this final corner, but Langfeld has worked his teammate wonders, but he's still got the DRS, so here's the question now, can Navy find the way through into turn 1? He's way too far back to try to go for a move. It's Toro Rosso driver, and that is now inviting pressure from the Alpha behind the speedy Suarez. Langfeld still has his DRS. What about Navy?
Frome is only 3 seconds off, so if they fight hard, or really hard, he could maybe catch up and go into contention.
Yeah, realistically at the moment, Langfeld is working wonders and Navy is literally kissing that gearbox. He's got to go down the inside here at the end of sector 1. Down the inside. You don't usually see that in the F1 games. And look at Speedy Suarez now. He's going to make a free wide in the straight, surely.
Oh my God.
No way. Oh, onto the grass.
Oh my God. Impatient from Navy. Is it going to cost him? He's going around the outside. He's been making 8 minutes of collision. Oh, he's a recipe for disaster. I agree. There was no room on the out. Navy was left no room on the outside. Langfeld did close the door quite aggressively, but realistically, is it an overtaking opportunity? Not really. But either way, what's happened has happened, right?
I think realistically, Navy was trying to go around the outside of Suarez, but he put his brakes on and was found himself around the outside of Langfeld. Really, Langfeld just couldn't see him due to the fact that he was behind Suarez at the time. So really, I'd say that's more of a Navy's fault, to be honest, to try keeping his nose there. It's a bit naive, I did say, to try and keep hold of his position. The inevitable did occur for him.
Obviously, I totally understand that, you know, he's getting frustrated. The lead is slipping away from him with Steph, but she's on the hard compound. There was opportunity, so if he did wait, there probably would have been a better chance. But obviously, when the win is right in front of you and it starts slipping away very, you know, like that, it's very easy to get impatient and to start making, you know, desperate moves.
Yeah, I do agree. Langfeld, interestingly, has gone on a set of mediums again. He was just on them, so I don't know what that's all about.
I'm pretty sure he started on the softs, but he pitted on the safety car. I think he did. Oh no, he didn't, did he?
I'll check. I of course didn't see the start of this race. Langfeld and yeah, he started on the soft, so it's alright for him.
Right then, who else we got? So 2-second gap from Suarez to Steph. Foam in a net P3 at the moment now, but obviously Navy will be pushing to catch up because it isn't that far away, so there's still 13 laps for him to try and make a difference in this race.
Yeah, they do. That Python's guy, or I don't even know how you say his name, up front, I just want to see his pace compared to Steph. 26.0 from him, I think. Yeah, you said 26.1, so he's currently on the pace at the moment. Or what about Lordy? Lordy sets 26.3, so yeah, he's going quicker than Lordy still, despite having 10 lap older tyres. Quite nice.
Obviously, quite nice on his tyres, it must be, because they seem to be working well just on board of them now. He's not having, you know, any problems. No oversteer, nothing. No oversteer, no understeer, all working.
Yeah, I'm watching last season's F5 runner-up, I believe it was, or third place man. Cam came on all over the back of Lordy, started to reel him in now. Lordy seems to be struggling quite a bit at this stage of the race. I know the McLaren just don't seem like it's working for him around this track, and his teammate Josh Armour leading further behind, struggling on those hard tyres. A miserable race for Josh at the moment.
He did start in 15th, but you know, he did start in 15th, but he did have a very good start though. So since, you know, them early phases where everything happened, he hasn't really made any moves at the moment. Just been in no man's land into turn 11 and 12. So he's on the hards as well.
Yeah, 3 gloves of Rowan. Something's happened with Rowan, I think. Yeah, Rowan's made a mistake through turn 11 and 12, losing out to 3 gloves. Unfortunate for him. I do take back what I said about Josh. I didn't actually know he started 15, so realistically it is a good performance for him. And yeah, Rowan has got massive damage in that front left end plate in the Alfa Romeo.
The only real battle we've got at the moment is Cam with a K versus Lordy MK. So they're the closest cars on track. Oh, maybe he uses it a bit. He's within DRS, so he could use it to his advantage, and he's got more DRS. So, opportunity for an overtake here.
Yeah, I do agree. I think we're going to see a good battle, to be honest, start to kick up between Steph Suarez, Flown and Navy.
Navy is gaining. He's pushing it a bit. I do agree.
Someone else you want to watch out for, really, is going to be Pythons at the end on those fresh softs.
Oh yeah, and yeah, they're holding it up quite well.
Yep, all they need is like a little virtual safety car come up when they pit, and they're right in it. Now I'd say 2 more, maybe lap 19, lap 20, you want to be boxing off these mediums, and you should be alright. You've got yellows in, sector 3. TMC Cowboy.
Yeah, see if we can catch. Say, oh!
Box.
Python and Rib our biz. Oh, this is going to play so into their hands. Is Navy going to pit? No, he's. Oh, no, last minute decision is in.
That is
that is illegal.
Lordy stays out.
Lordy boy, gambling. Who else we got? Is Josh coming in? He's got to come in. He's on the hard tyre. 3 gloves. He should come in realistically. He's on 12 lap olds. Same with Shout. They are coming in. Everyone's taking the opportunity to pit except Lordy, who's, you know, gambling on these tyres holding up. But Pythons and Arby's coming out in, you know, a net second and third. They've really worked wonders. Steph on a set of mediums. He could take softs the whole way.
Yeah, and
Navy
people
on
have selected
medium.
mediums as well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Softs are gonna be overheating, to be honest. Like,
They can go the different distance, but towards the last couple of laps, these mediums are gonna come into their own. So, Cam K on the sauce, Josh on the mediums, Langfeld has stayed out there on the 3 lap sole. 3 gloves mediums, OTB. These guys at the back are going to be brought back in now. They were really far behind after the last safety car, but now they've got an extra life.
Lordy's got a 5-second penalty and a 3-second penalty. Python's
Okay.
got a penalty. Arbiz has got a penalty. Steph has got penalties. Suarez has got penalties. Frome has.
So we've had 2.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. Frome's got no penalties.
What? Clean! The experience.
Navy's got a 5-second penalty. Cam has got a penalty. Josh has got nothing.
I know that a couple of them, I don't know if they're out, I think they might be out now, a couple of them got a 5 and a 10-second under the first safety car, which wasn't, it was just for exceeding track limits. So that would be removed. I think they are out. It was called by Nano Bacon, yeah. They're both out, so. But yeah.
It's unfortunate. I don't know what the situation's going to be, to be honest.
So, Lordy stayed out and Langfeld have stayed out. So, it's going to be quite interesting. I did say at the start, Lordy could have a top 5 finish. It was my prediction. Who else did I say? I said Steph and Frome to round out the podium, I think. So, yeah. And then I said Navy to win. So, it could all get a bit, you know, what's the word? Feisty towards the end of this race.
Yeah, the problem is Lordy's got the 5-second. Is it for speeding though? That's the question.
I think it was for expedient track limits on the. I think it was.
Lordy MK.
So if it is, it probably will get removed.
Speeding the pit lane, so no, I won't get removed.
No, it won't do.
That's of course if he served it on. I don't think he would have served it. No.
You can't save it on the safety car, and he hasn't. That's why he obviously. Can you? Why didn't he pit? Oh, if he'd have pitted.
Big if that you get a lot. It's like what if? No, it's just imagine if you done that in real life. All the ifs and buts. If you found out that little if, you'd never know. I don't think. I don't think Lordy's got anything to lose. I think maybe pitting for the soft was better, but if he can just if he can just make these soft tyre guys stay behind him and just make them overheat whilst following behind him, he could be alright. He could possibly get away with it. It's like the cars behind him have got a lot of penalties as well. It's not like he's got like 1 penalty and they've got, or he's got 8 seconds and the rest have got like 3 seconds. They've got 6 seconds. The only one who hasn't really is Frome and Josh.
Just to note, the championship leader is at the back of the grid.
Python's hit the back of Lordy under the safety car, and Arbiz as well. I'm not sure if Arbiz has got damage.
No damage for Python. No damage for Arbiz. Lucky. Now, but yeah, the champion, as I was saying, the championship leader at the back of the grid.
TNR, Zexa, Mr. Bottle Hawk. I'm just going to think, Lewis, where will Lordy go? Can you watch the back of the grid, please? I just want to keep an eye on the front. Actually, keep it now in the mid pack.
Yeah.
I'll watch where Lordy goes. Oh, Lordy's lost it! Oh my god!
Oh, a 5-second penalty for Zexa. His race is ruined.
3 wide. And Lordy had the little glitch where Lordy had the glitch where it takes your limiter.
Oh my god, that was a shaft. That is a deserved penalty from Warbiz. He just completely cut turn 1. Navy's got to make ground. He has to. Yes, we got no collisions at the back. Zex was already in the pit lane again with a new front wing.
Yeah, there's gonna be carnage. I've just got that feeling, Lewis. It's too close for this not to be.
It is indeed.
Lordy, for the safety car restart, he took control of his car.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Got on the inside. Oh my god!
Just wait!
Moving
just
left,
wait.
right.
Oh no! Naivety from Python. Naivety. Oh, it's disgusting. Disgusting from Python. Disgusting. Oh, you just knew that was going to happen. Disgusting behaviour. Disgusting. Naivety at its finest from Python. Too impatient. Didn't wait for the straight. Rammed Lordy up the bum.
Safety car.
And yes, sent it round. Lordy just a bystander in that situation. Safety car. Again, the third one today. But yeah, once again, naivety from Python. And Arbiz, the one in good contention, has now suffered because of it.
And Steph is done. Lordy's going to have to pit for a new front wing.
Lordy could get rid of this 5-second time penalty though, so, well, he will do. So, as much as it hurts for him, because he was leading, he can put on a charge for the next, 7 or 8 laps without a penalty to his name and see what he can do.
I'm just going to go back and have a little look on the streams. I didn't actually see.
But yeah, just general impatient.
Yeah, Python just smashed him round, unfortunately.
Impatient from Python's. He hasn't changed his wing. He's missing half his wing. Oh my god.
Yeah, Python's unfortunately just pushed him round. And
he will take a penalty for that. There's no way he doesn't.
Look at who's in third, Lewis.
Josh 9867. This has all worked out for him from 15th on the grid.
Your best team.
Oh yeah. Look at him, he's raring to go. He wants to get racing.
Just imagine, Lewis, if he finishes on the podium, we're going to have a podium interview from him, and you're going to have to stay. The two besties will be asking each other. And I'm sure Josh will be eager to answer some of your questions, Lewis.
Steph, I can agree. Steph, I agree profusely with that comment in chat. Disgusting. Naivety. Just, why did, Python should have waited for a better opportunity. Obviously.
Let's not slag Python's off a bit too much. He made a mistake. Yeah. At the end of the day, everyone makes mistakes. As the commentator, you need to try to stay as neutral as possible in this.
I agree. Just the inner racer coming out of me.
Yeah, I understand, but sometimes you just got to try to stay a bit more neutral just to make it fair. Trust me, I know from last season, especially having Alfioli as my co-commentator, we had a few complaints about comments, so I don't want any more of that like we did last season.
I agree. 3 gloves. He was in 13th at one point before the second safety car. Now up to 5th. Langfell back up the grid as well.
After his incident.
Cam with a K goes from 8th to 2nd.
Right, New Zealand comes out, so if you say Cam.
Oh yeah, it's because he said in chat he wanted to be called Cam with a K.
Let's see then. I think we're still going to have more carnage, to be honest.
I can agree.
The only positive thing for Lords is his 5-second penalty's now gone.
Did he serve it? Was it? I think it was served, wasn't it?
I imagine so. Let me get a message somewhat.
I didn't think you could serve him on the safety car. If he did, he's got to put on a mad charge now. Give it his all.
We have to wait and see. Let's put people in to see the final 6 laps of this PSGL F4 Australian Grand Prix.
Only 3 drivers now on the mediums.
Australia certainly has delivered. FP it delivered. F4 it's delivered from what I've been since when I've been here, and now I'm not sure about the Sunday league or the other 2 Sunday leagues, but tomorrow it certainly will deliver.
Big C, was the penalty served by Lordy because he lined up out of them, so that's the info we're looking for.
Rowan gets a 10-second penalty and now get removed.
Yeah, other people will get that. Yeah, it is, so Lordy got to put on a charge now.
Yeah, alright, I'm going to ask you to do the same again. Can you watch the mid-pack?
Yep.
I'll be on board with Speedy Suarez, the man who was hopeless in F5 last season. Absolutely shocking. Leads in F4 with 6 laps to go. How will his restart be? Will it be better than Lordy's? I think he's aced it already, Lewis. Depends what his limit is like. And yeah, he's aced it. He's off.
Look at the gap from Josh to Cam with the K. Already 1.4 seconds. Oh, this could be heartbreaking tragedy. As the second and first place slips away from him. Frome under attack from Navy. Navy is putting on a charge now. He knows he's looking for a switchback. He's alongside him. Deploys the juices in the slipstream of Pythons. Round the outside. Can he get the move done? He does. Good move.
That is absolutely good. Frome just got absolutely mugged and Lord He's struggling just a bit now.
Look at the leaders. They are off.
Expect the train to start behind these medium ones.
Yeah, exactly. Realistically now, for everyone behind Josh, it's third maximum. Because these two up front have just jogged on.
Wonder if there'll be any team orders down at Williams. Will Claire Williams be ordering 3 clubs to get out of the way for Python behind the fresh softs?
Yeah, but Pythons is under threat from Navy. Frome alongside Navy.
Yeah, Navy. The golden oldie of PSGL down the inside.
Frome down the inside. Oh, he's held it. Oh, he's put. What a move. Good move. Clean racing from both halves.
I agree. And now we'll see what the charge is like. Josh, 2.7 seconds behind. He is literally going to be hopeless. Any of these soft runners get behind him, he is going to be well and truly screwed. Langfell makes a mistake. Langfell wide at turn 1, gets a penalty, and here comes 3 gloves in the Williams slipstreaming. He's got to go down the inside surely. Here comes the Williams on the Mercedes. And he's going to be through as he slight contact on this all good. Oh, someone's gone well off at the background. TB's off.
Oh my god, it's TB.
Yeah, TB well off.
Cam and Suarez are using the juices to, clear so they can have a good battle without being caught.
Oh my god, the 2 Williams almost take each other out.
Oh my god. What is this? Throw them all over the back of Pipe. He tried it but got squeezed onto the grass. Langfell under pressure.
Navy's had an incident.
Lordy looking to pounce down the inside. Another position. 1 off the points now. Who else we got? The Williams. Langfell loses the rear out of turn 12. Edward. And here we go. 3 gloves.
Lovely 3 gloves.
Oh, he's out there. He's not giving up. This is helping Josh though. He's making a gap. 2-second gap now. And he's got lots of ERS.
Yeah, Josh realistically should have this sorted by now. Here we go, out the final corner.
Oh, Zex is in the wall.
Ooh, look at Lordy and Navy.
Side by side, look, he wants his 10th position. He's going to hold it. Lordy ain't going to give this in easily.
Oh my!
Incident.
Cam's lagged out.
Oh, Rowan's round.
Cam's lagged out. What the? I don't even know what the hell was that. I'm not sure. Did Lordy turn into aggressively, or did...
From my perspective, Navy was on the inside, and Lordy was slightly, quite aggressive on the turning. So, from my, point of view, and Rowan's round again, from my point of view, Navy was there, but he just got turned in on, But either way, Cam's lagged out!
Yeah,
just for a second!
I know, I was just about to say, Cam did in fact lag out, unfortunately for him, he can't enjoy.
Surely the wins that Suarez has got everything to lose. Josh Arnold from 15th to 2nd, what a drive.
Yeah,
Pythons.
Pythons.
Lordy all over the back of the Haas at the moment, giving it the beams.
Yeah, Cam's car's pit. Oh god.
Obviously that incident with Lordy and Navy will be reviewed. I'm only going off.
To be honest, I can see Aaron's point. Navy turned in way too late.
I can see it.
Navy could have turned in a bit more. It just is what it is.
It all happened in the flash of the moment, so I'm just going off what I saw, but I probably am wrong. So, we go from there. Flying through him all over the back of Langfeld. Josh got 3 gloves right behind him.
Yeah, Josh made an error. Here comes 3 gloves.
3 gloves. Oh, here we go. Is Josh going to defend it inside? No, it's not. He's going for it though.
Incident. Oh my god.
Oh, throw him on the back of Langfeld. Right, how many penalties has Suarez got?
I don't know. I think he'll have enough just to stay away from.
Suarez has got 2. He needs more than 6. He's clear by a second at the moment. He cannot afford a mistake. Throw him through.
Yeah, Langfeld is defenceless on those medium tyres now, and next victim for him will in fact be Python, Schweb and Lordy. All closing in on him.
Yeah, Suarez, he's pulled another 3 tenths in this final sector. I don't think he's going to lose this.
Look, 3 gloves. Where's 3 gloves? There he is.
He sets a 3. And it's Cam. That's a shame. He was having a good race.
I don't know that one.
Oh, Alexa.
Yeah, Alexa don't like that.
I don't even. 3 gloves then.
Josh is all over the place. He's struggling.
They're both low on juices. While Frome's got loads to use. He's leathering it now.
Lordy penalty, unfortunately for him.
Oh, the gap's coming down to Suarez. Because them softs are going off, and them mediums are still in relatively good condition.
The question is, can Josh take a second out of him?
He's pulled half a second this lap. If 3 gloves and Josh don't fight...
Suarez is fine, he's in none. I wouldn't worry.
Yeah. He needs to be aware though. Thrown really on the back of these guys as well now.
Yeah, what a dramatic final lap it could be. On to the final lap. Suarez is now around the corner, final corner. The Williams is hounding the back of that McLaren. It's like Mr. Burns releasing the hounds on Homer Simpson. Here we go. 3 gloves versus Josh. Josh is surely going to have to defend the inside. He is defenceless though. The 3 gloves has got so much more straight line speed. Josh holds it round the outside though. Surprisingly, I don't know how. And here comes flying Throne now. The Mr. Golden Oldie.
Oh, it's good driving from Froome. He knew that there was danger there, so he backed out. Josh looking quite slippery on them tyres now.
Oh, Lordy and Schweb!
Oh, Lordy and Schweb!
Oh, fucking hell, mate.
Bloody hell. How was that happening?
Josh penalty.
Josh penalty. That's his race. That's his chance for the win, should I say. Gone. Even a podium, I think, because From's got none, has he? Oh, From's all over the back then. The other flag in sector 1. Yeah, just the game.
Here we go, I'm going to find Suarez. Where's Suarez? He's coming outside 11 and 12, so he is finding now. The question is, what can Throne do after turn 11 and 12 here? Not got the run on Josh. Josh got the glass as well.
Speedy Suarez coming into the penultimate corner. He's going to win this Australian Grand Prix.
Yep.
Round the final corner. A good drive from him. Kept quite quiet in the middle of the race, but at the end he pounced. He took his opportunity, and the win goes to him.
Speedy Suarez wins. 3 gloves second. Out of the final corner. It's going to be 3 gloves second. Josh. Oh, 3 gloves wins!
3 gloves wins! I told you! I said to you, Suarez should have been aware. I said.
No.
He's lost it by 2 tenths.
Are you sure?
Heartbreak and tragedy.
Suarez had 9 seconds. You said 6.
Oh, I only saw 2 when I scrolled down. I scrolled down right to the bottom and it said 2. Oh, you got it on lap 27, I looked on lap 26.
Speedy Suarez, bottle.
Josh with the podium, 15th to 3rd, a very good drive. Throme, a very good drive as well.
Yeah, I do agree. Would you like to suggest a top 3?
Yeah.
I feel like giving them a podium.
Give them a podium interview, after that hectic race.
Yeah, I don't know, that was a very weird one there. I did think Suarez had it in the bag, but nope. Three
It was
gloves
three.
is your winner in
There was
Melbourne.
3 normal safety cars and 1 virtual, and he was the only one without penalties.
Drama in Formula 4.
Let's just send all these party invites to all the mandem.
So your winner today is 3 gloves with Suarez coming home in second. Third is Josh,
it taking so long?
From 15th. That's my driver today.
I know,
Fourth
it's
is
okay.
Rome. Fifth is Langfeld. Sixth is Python. 7 TB. 8th Sexa. 9th Schweb. And 10th is Navy. If you can't do it, then don't bother. I don't care really.
Josh has been invited. I'll just invite Suarez now. You'll have to do 3 clues because it said there was an issue.
Lordy says he wants an invite to the party, so get that done, please.
As well. So it's just 3 gloves. Lordy has been invited. Yeah, just 3 gloves to do.
Well, really, I was only there for I think about half the race. I was there for the full of it. So I did thoroughly enjoy that part of the race. It was
I did as well.
one. But my driver day has to go to Josh, to be honest. From 15th to 3rd on the grid, someone with his inexperience. He's got experience, but someone with the, what should I say?
Where's 3 clubs gone?
I don't know.
You obviously don't want an interview.
Yeah, I was going to say someone with like the immaturity levels that he's shown in the past really has done well today and come home for a E3. Whilst he's not here, we'll start with actually never mind, he is here, so we'll start with him first. We'll go from 3rd to 2nd, and then the race winner isn't here, so yeah.
Left the lobby before I could invite him.
Yeah, so can all of you make sure your voices are allowed to be shared, please, before we do start this podium interview?
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, good.
Yeah, so obviously thingy jump on.
Yeah, so we'll start with 3rd place, man. Josh, what was your ambitions coming into today's race? Was you expecting it to end the way it did?
Well, I wasn't expecting to start where I did in 15th. Because I would, throughout the day I was looking decent. And at the end, after that, after qualifying 15, I was expecting like an 8th.
Yeah, and when the safety car came out, I believe it was lap 20, what was going through your head?
Should I pit in for softs or mediums? But like, my softs were already used from qualifying, so I just didn't go on them just in case.
And then once you saw that massive pile up, did you think, oh, I have a chance here, or possibly even getting the win, or do you think that was a bit out of contention for you?
I thought I could have got the win since I was like 4th or 3rd, I think it was, when after everyone pitted. But then after I lost the position on lap 29, by not defending stupidly and getting a penalty, I knew it was just out for me. I thought I was going to get like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, last question from me, then I'll pass you over to Lewis. Next week is the circuit Paul Ricard in France. What is that like for you? Is it a good track, bad track, mediocre track?
I think my pace around there's good, but every time I race around there, nothing really good comes from it. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I've got to ask. Congratulations on your P3, Lewis. You got anything to ask?
Let me think. 'Cause I was going to say about obviously that incident, but I'll ask you anyway. When that massive pile-up happened, like towards the end of the race, how did you react to try and avoid it? Were you, worried that you'd hit it, or were you just thankful that you managed to get through unscathed?
Well, I was thankful I got through it, and I was just remembering what it was like in F4 Italy, so I just took it really slow. I took it really slowly and got through. Saw loads of wing damage everywhere, and yeah.
Fair play to you. Good result for you. So well
Thank
done.
you. Cheers.
Yeah, so we'll move on to 2nd place, man. Missing out on the race win by less than 0.2 of a second. The former F5 disaster class man every Saturday, Sudi Suarez. Suarez just unlucky. What do you think you could have done better that race to make sure you got the full 16 points?
starting from quali, you know, that could have been much better. My lap was not the best one, and I had to start behind Navy. And after that, the safety car didn't help me at all. So, because I knew I had penalties and I had to pull that gap. And in the final laps, maybe I would have been a bit more aggressive because I had only 6, and suddenly I saw myself with 9-second penalties and having a gap of 6 seconds. And I started to push, but not enough. Maybe if I had pushed just a little bit more, that 2/10 that I needed, probably that would be the key for the victory today.
Yeah, do you think, was it the tyre life that really didn't allow you to get in at 2/10, or was you just a bit too confident thinking that you got the win in the bag?
No, it was not. It was not that I was confident. Neither the tires, probably, like, until I had to put my tires were not fresh, you know, they were from quali, but still I felt them right. I mean, they were not at their best, but I could still push. But probably it was that lack of confidence that sometimes I need, because sometimes when I overdo it, I just bottle it, and this time I was afraid of doing the same, and probably that lack of confidence was what costed me the win today.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Josh next week. Is Paul Ricard, what's that track like for you?
I don't really know, like, I'm not bad, but I'm not good. I don't know where the rest of the field is, but probably I'll have to watch out with penalties and track limits. So let's hope it can be a good race, and that actually I can continue for being in the fight for the championship.
Yeah, that's what I've got to ask. Congratulations on the P2 commiseration on just missing out on P1. Lewis, you got anything to ask?
Just the same question as Josh, because you benefited massively from that incident towards the end of the race with Lordy and Pythons and co. So, because if that was me, I would have been like, all my Christmases came at once. So, what went through your mind when you saw it all unfold?
Well, I was being careful because I could predict that something was gonna happen, because they were just you could see that they were trying to go for the move, and eventually they almost went for wide. That was crazy, and they in the end they caused the incident. And once I saw that, I was like, please, that the safety car doesn't come out. This would be a miracle. And suddenly, after the left and right-handed corner, 10-12, I thought that the safety car was not going to come out. And when I saw the graphic come out, I was like, it could have been perfect, but it wasn't.
Yeah, well done, and unlucky, obviously, at the same time. Obviously, just missing out on that win.
Yeah,
thank you.
And I think we got one of the PSGL veterans in the party. Lordy just wanted to say a few words on what happened with his race tonight. Lordy, you wanna go when you can?
Yeah, it was a very intense race at the start. Everybody did different strategies: soft, medium, soft, hard. You name it. People were doing it, and it was nice to see the diversity. But as a former admin of F4, and I have to say, poor flying Vroom who's got to deal with this. I've never seen such shoddy and shocking driving from people. It is a joke. Like, I had Big C in the party, obviously the director, as everybody knows, and I had another F2 driver in the party with me watching the proceedings as well, and it was laughter because of how embarrassing everybody actually drove. I'm not the cleanest driver in the world, and I don't preach to be the cleanest driver in the world, but it was a shambles, and Pythons has apologised and said it was his fault, but I don't really care. You don't do that. You don't ram somebody in the rear so hard that it causes a massive pile-up. If it's a genuine, you've made a mistake and spun, and then it causes a pile-up, then that's completely different. But to actually physically ram somebody in the arse so hard, no pun intended, and don't think dirty about that. But you know what I mean? Like, if you're ramming somebody so hard that they spin, like, what are you doing? Just let off the throttle. Like, what are you doing? You had fresh soft tyres, I did an alternate strategy, and I had a chance of a podium, and congratulations to the guys who actually won, 3 gloves, Josh and Speedy, but I'm appalled as a future admin to watch that. So many spinners, so many dodgy driving, and it was shocking and made me feel a bit sick to be a part of that race. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Thanks. If you got any questions, I'll happily answer. But yeah.
If you had the choice, what would you do with all this?
Well, then I'm not a steward, but if I was, there needs to be, because the new stewards that have come in are very good, and I do appreciate what they've done. But I feel with a lot of drivers, they need consistency with the stewards panel. There's a lot of incidents that have similar sort of outcomes, and they're very similar from race to race, and there's not the consistency there. Like a 5-second penalty for doing a certain act on the track. I think there needs to be a letter of the law to be introduced in PSGL where people know the boundaries, know what they get up to, and if they do something wrong, they will get a penalty for it. And that's, for me, I think it's clarity for the drivers so they know what they can and cannot do on the racetrack. And if they do something wrong that is against the rules, and they will suffer the consequences, and they will know what consequence that will come after that. I know it's not as easy as that. It's hard to implement these sorts of things, but I think just in general for F4, just try and race a bit cleaner. I've turned my traction off, I've switched to manual gears, and I've tried to really, personally try to get in there and, make myself a bit quicker as a driver, but I can't seem to improve in these leagues because there's a lot of people who are very shoddy, and that's no disrespect to any one individual. I think it is across the board with this league, so it's a sad thing to say, and not taking away the win or the podiums from anybody else, but yeah, I think there needs to be clarity with the leagues.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Lordy, to be honest, but your frustration has been vented. I'm sure there'll be more of a way to deal with it once everyone is cooled down, maybe tomorrow or in the preceding days coming up. But unlucky on your result tonight. Thank you for Lewis letting me join him, even though easier took over the stream. Right. But yeah, bloody Big C dodgy net. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and see you later. God bless and have a safe night.